Hello farmers and welcome back to New Hope on Farming Simulator 25. Hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. Hello Miles, Crystal, Branding, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well today. Just kind of getting my feet back on the ground here in New Hope because I kind of forgot where we left off. But looks like we got all of our fields have been planted. So we just got to do a little bit of weeding in the month of May. And that should be good to go. I know the one thing I do want to start off doing today is taking care of the greenhouses. When I mean taking care of the greenhouses, I want to put the greenhouses on direct selling. I think getting the money from lettuce every day would be good. And instead of going ahead and delivering the lettuce every winter, we're just going to go ahead and put the lettuce on, change output to selling on that one. And same thing here, selling on that one. And then selling on that one. So yeah, I'm not going to get the best price every month, of course. And also I will lose a little bit because of direct selling. But overall, the money on the farm is starting to come on in. So I'm not going to try to min-max the money from the lettuce anymore. We should be doing just fine. There's Sam over there relaxing, having a good time on himself. Also the horses, we should be selling some horses today, I do believe, as well. I think we got a couple months to go before they are ready to be sold. They're going to have offspring first off, so yeah, we'll see if we get that far. I don't think I have anything really to do this month. I mean, I think the only other thing I could do, the post office could use some water to get some mail, but I'll wait on that until we get some work going in next month. So let's go ahead. I think we're just going to go to bed and get to the month of May. Yeah, I think we're all set. Let me just double check on the map to make sure. So we can see, yep, we're growing here, growing here, growing there, growing there. We're growing everywhere. So yeah, we should be good to go. Sales page though. What's on the sales page? Yes, I do remember this stuff. Nothing that we need. Nothing that we need at all. Let's go ahead and go to bed, wake up, take care of some weeds. The money should actually go up now because we got this lettuce on direct selling. I mean, we do have our monthly payment still and all the production billings and bills to pay at midnight, but overall, I think our money is going to go up. Slightly, but it went up. So, that's better than losing 20,000 overnight. We actually gained about 5,000, so that's nice. Yeah, we should have some weeds. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, we got weeds in this field right here. So, let's grab the Deutz. Actually, I think the Deutz is parked right where the weeder is. Hitch right up to the weeder. Nope, I detached from the weeder. Let's try that again. Attach to the weeder. And yep, we'll take care of these weeds right here. This is a cornfield, if I remember correctly. Do I want a worker to do this? Nah, we'll take care of it. It won't take me too long. Also, yeah, new morning. Oh, there is a corn header for sale, but it's only a 6-meter wide one. Well, I definitely don't want a 6-meter wide one. I want one a little bit larger than that. So we'll take care of the weeds in this cornfield, and that's going to be pretty much it. Maybe I will drive down and take care of the post office, put some water in there so we can get some mail being made. Oh yeah, also, we could sell some of the products down there also, the sawmill stuff and some of the cement building stuff. And yeah, we'll probably check on our house that we're currently building and see what it needs more of. I think we're needing cement bricks on the current house that we're building. Seems to be a lot of weeds in this cornfield this year. I will slowly take care of the weeds here. So I did see, I went on the Giants Discord last night, and I asked about precision farming, and Giants is aware of some issues with precision farming, but not necessarily the issues that I have kind of seen, to where it seems like some of my scores, like the nitrogen's resetting, They're not quite familiar with that. They are saying that some modded maps are having some issues because they didn't put some information in for precision farming or something of that nature. So I'm not too sure. So if we see any issues like that, you know, they are looking into some issues with precision farming, but not the one I mentioned. So maybe in the future there'll be an update to precision farming and that could solve some issues. They did say if you are playing on a 16 times map, that there are a number of issues with precision farming on those. So just be aware if you're playing, those are huge maps. Just to get a rough idea how big a 16 times map was, if you remember Fresh Stocks and how big that map was, that was just a 4 times map, not a 16 times. So you can imagine a 16 times map, how big those are. So for the month of May, just got to spray these weeds in this field here. We'll take care of the post office. Maybe sell some of, like I said, the sawmill stuff. Oh, I probably should have checked on the sawmill. Ooh, I didn't. Hopefully we didn't run out of wood in the sawmill. No, I did not. So, but yes, the sawmill does need some wood today. 11,000 liters is not going to get me by another month, and we want to keep that running, of course. I probably should also, seeing how the money is going to go, take care of those stumps down there from the oak trees that we have cut in the past few years. Take care of the stumps and maybe replant some oak trees. Not that I feel like I need to replant them to get them, you know, fully grown, because we got 3 more rows of oak trees to go, and that's going to last me quite a while. "16 times map, that's a big map." Yes, it sure is. There was, I can't remember now, I've talked about before, there was an Australian map, I think it was back in 19. It was a 32 times map, which is just ridiculous, but yeah, I want to say that was back in FS19. It may have been called Western Australia too, but that was a 32 times map. Hello, FS Farmer. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Oh yeah, also yesterday after the stream, I went and talked to one of the developers for Noble Legacy. And yes, they're aware of a number of issues in that game that we were facing yesterday. Pretty much all the issues I named of, they already knew about, so... the main one being our villagers not being able to get fed. So hopefully they'll have an update to that game. I asked about when the next update was going to be, and he said, well, when we have something, we'll release it. So, I have no idea when that game will get updated, but when that game does get updated, and also gets a little bit more content to it, we'll dive back into that one. We'll see how far we get today. I think we should get into harvesting in this stream today. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to do here in the summer. This is the only field work I got to do before harvest season. And then just take care of the horses. Yeah, my Tuesday's just kind of getting going, so I'll see how the rest of my day goes. We'll see how the stream goes. I mean, not dealing with problems like I was yesterday in Noble Legacy. That game may have gotten released just a little bit too soon with all the issues that it has, but it's definitely a fun game to play. Not to say that Farming Simulator doesn't have some issues, but not compared to the game I was playing yesterday. Oh yeah, some sort of big news. If you have like watching American Truck Simulator or like Euro Truck Simulator, but you only play on console, SES announced yesterday that ATS and Euro Truck Simulator is coming to Xbox, Microsoft. So they are coming to console. So if they are coming to Xbox, there's a good chance in the future that it'll probably come to PlayStation as well. That is a good step for console players, being able to get their hands on ATS and Euro Truck. This is going to be one big corn harvest. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to need another corn dryer this upcoming fall. Probably should use GPS for this. I'm not really paying attention where I'm spraying for weeds, and with corn, it's kind of hard to see where you've been. I'm overlapping quite a bit, but that's okay. I'm not wasting herbicide because there's a see and spot weed sprayer. It's only going to spray where the weeds are anyways. If I bring the mini-map up, does that show me the weeds? No, the mini-map does not show the weeds, which is interesting. It shows when we do fertilizer, it shows the yield in the field when we harvest, but it does not show the weeds. $2,000 liters of herbicide in the tank. That's going to last us quite a long time. And yeah, I did check the mod hub today. There was a couple maps that got released yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday a couple maps got released. Or was that today? I forgot now. But in the last couple of days, a few more maps have come up on the mod hub. A map similar to this, and I think this is where maybe some people got confused, because I was getting told quite a bit that No Man's Land was coming out. But a map just came out called No One's Land. So it's a similar map to kind of like this, where there's like basically no fields, and have at it. Create your own farm type of thing. Let's see if I get the mini map up here in the weeds. I think I covered everything on that side of the field. Yeah, I did miss a little bit there, but that's okay. A little bit of weeds here and there. That's good for your field, having a little bit of weeds in there once in a while. I can barely see the weeds. I mean, I can see the weeds everywhere, but it's hard to tell because of the corn height. It's kind of hard to tell the dead ones from the live ones a little bit. Standard FS map is 2 kilometers square. Forgot where I was, but I heard someone talking about they were playing solo on a 16 times size map. I just remember how much work it was on Oceanside Forest, which is a standard size map. And I had those fields, and it took me forever to do a harvest season. And that was with 2 combines going. And they weren't oversized combines, but they were definitely on the large size. Two combines with 60-foot wide headers. My 3 fields. Took me 9 hours to harvest those things. And all I had time for was sit in the semi-truck with a trailer going around and unloading the combines. That's all I was doing for 9 hours. just to feed our 20,000 chickens and ducks. Alright, just got a little strip here, and then I'll try to find that little clump of weeds that I missed. Alright, should be just about done here. Didn't take us too long to get these weeds taken care of. Let's see here. So it's like kind of near the corner. Somewhere through here. We'll see the herbicide get sprayed out somewhere. Oh, there it goes. And there we go. 99% of the weeds taken care of. So we'll put the sprayer and Deutz away. We'll grab the Fent. And with the Fent, we'll take our flatbed down. And sell the sawmill stuff, cement stuff, and get some trees into our lovely little sawmill. Where is the Fent? Ah, it's down here feeding the chickens. Speaking of the chickens, let's go ahead, and I almost forgot we gotta move the eggs monthly here. There is 900 chickens, we're just shy of 900 chickens in this pen. Ah, they got all rather quiet there. What happened to the chickens? Well, Ronnie will wake them back up. Ronnie the rooster. Leave that trailer there. And like always, so much fog down here by the chickens. So I do believe to the left is a field of oats. To the right is millet. The poppy field that we usually have, that is sunflowers. You know of the cornfield, that's just the field that we just took care of the weeds. And on the other side of the cornfield is another millet field. Alright, Sam, you're in charge of the farmyard. Let's swing by the house that's being built and see what else it needs. I'm pretty sure it needs probably a slight amount of something. Because as we know, when you construct buildings now, it seems like you always get left with a little bit of extra, like, oh, we need 2 liters of planks or something. It's going to be on the other side of these trees somewhere. Alright, let's see what it requires. Cement bricks. I got tons of cement bags in there. Looks like I brought too many cement bags up, but need cement bricks. 6,001. Not 6,000, but 6,001. Now, I know I don't have 6,000 liters of cement bricks down here. We'll probably have like one, maybe two at best. Yeah, the post office. Do I want to buy and set up its own water system down here? There's a couple things I need to do. First off, we're just going to move the cement bricks over here so I can load those up later. But let me get into here and we'll load up the stone. I mean, it's not like I'm going to run out of stone in the cement production. We're caught up on that. Alright, and then to the sawmill. The usual amount of stuff that we see every month. I think it's going to bring us just shy of 100,000 into the bank account. Haha. When I said just shy, I'm not kidding. 99,298. Did you know about the mail carrier truck? Yes, I do. I know about it. But I can use this trailer to load the mail as well. Alright, we'll drop that off right there for now. Let's grab the winch and we'll go grab a couple of trees for the sawmill. Yeah, the mail carrier truck is like 18 grand or something like that to buy if you want it. I haven't got that professional about delivering the mail as of yet. Kind of hard to see the stumps when the grass is growing up like that. Oh yeah, so how much is the stump grinder? I used it early on in FS25, and I did not like it that much, like I never liked it previously in other versions as well. But, yeah, where is it going to be? Oh, stump cutters. 27,000. That's 23,000. I wonder how well that one does. Well, let me get the trees into the mill. You're having issues with respawning trees. So you're saying you cut down trees and the trees show back up? And of course we'll cut this right there. .2 tons over the weight limit of the winch that we have. Two trees is all we're going to need to fill up the sawmill. And yeah, right, no, I don't want to delete the tree. There we go. I would say if on that one there, you're probably going to have to report it to the modder of the map. Because that sounds like a map issue. Because I haven't heard of anyone complaining about trees respawning across the game. So that might be a map issue. That's one thing that's kind of hard to do is with mods on the mod hub, there's no way to just report issues easily. Alright, whip this thing in here. Not running into boxes and such. Just enough room to get these trees in here. So yeah, the money's going to go up every hour now because we got the lettuce on direct selling. I am saving up for the corn/sunflower header, which should not be a problem to be able to afford that by the time we get to harvest season. Nope. Why do my trees do this every once in a while? I definitely need to start using the Fent for this job. The Deutz can still haul these trees, just that the Fent does it so much easier. Of course, it does have like 200 more horsepower than the Deutz has. And occasionally I will get stuck on the telephone poles bringing these through. Alright, next tree. And then the sawmill should be good for a couple of months. Maybe I should lease that stump grinder and give it a try and see how it goes. Alright, tree, don't you start bouncing backwards up. Why? Why? I want the shortest cable possible. I get close to it, I go to hitch up to it, and the tree just bounces back a couple meters. Oh, yeah, I could use some fuel while I'm down here as well. And then, yeah, we also got to deliver that cement bricks, which, you know, it's not a whole lot. We'll get some more of the house done. And I think we'll also put down another house up there so we can start getting a second one started. As you can see, we still got plenty of oak trees, so I'm not in a major rush to get some more trees planted. But they do take just about 2 years to grow. But I definitely got more than 2 years worth of trees here. The 23K stump is for the excavator. That might be true. I think it's the more expensive one that's for the 3-point linkage. I'll have to have a double check on it if I want to do that. But I think I might just try getting the regular stump grinder. Because the mulching / stump grinder one, I think that also tears up the ground as well, which makes sense. Don't think it's going to take this tree. Nope, will not. So we'll just drop it off there. And the winch can go right there. Let's go back in and... How much to lease it? Like 1,800 bucks? 1,300? Alright, we'll give it a try. I did try it on Riverbend Springs, I believe, and I did not like it at all. Maybe it's better, or maybe I'll do better in getting rid of the stumps. Of course, you can't really see what I'm doing. Do I have to lower the whole... Am I even going to be able to stump grind on this, or what? That does it like that, yes. That does that. Really? Alright, how about if I... Can we not lower the implement? Wait, did that stump just disappear? Oh wait, I'm not getting no wood chips flying up to let me know I'm actually cutting the stump? That's going to be difficult to see. Wow, they don't show you the wood chips flying to let you know that you're actually doing something. Maybe that's why I didn't like it on Riverbend. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell if you're actually doing anything. Okay, that time I heard it. Did I get the whole thing? I think I did. Okay, now I'm getting wood chips. That thing's difficult to use. The tree devourer is easier. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that are easier to use than this. I'm getting wood chips, but I don't even see the stump there right now. Unless there's a small piece. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this still. Well, I gave it a try. I mean, it does work. But, yeah. Kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. I think it is rather like Branding said, just use a chainsaw like I've done before. I may have to wait until winter before I do this, though. Because in winter, when the grass is not grown, I can see the stumps a little bit better. Or repaint the whole ground. Just wait for the red line to show up so the way I can see where the stumps are. Alright, we removed quite a few. It's a good start. Yeah, I may do that. That might be an upcoming winter project I gotta do. Alright, let's go top this off with some diesel. We'll bring the cement bricks up to that house, and we will also start a construction of another house up there also. Get this fence all set for harvest season. So really with the lettuce on direct selling, I don't need the flatbed. Well, the only thing I'll need the flatbed for up there is to move the eggs for the chickens. Possibly bring up more seed for our planter because, yeah, I can't get the planter in the zone to fill up from the hut. So, still need quite a few more pallets of this. So the house that we're building here, the one way that you can see what you're building is if I go to this menu here, click on this, and that is a farmhouse we are currently building. Farmhouse number 2. So, we're going to go into construction, constructables. And we're going to put down a farmhouse number 3. And we're going to pop that one right there. And that's going to need some, well, just wood for next load that we bring up here. Alright, actually I'm going to leave this trailer right here. Guess I'm going to go grab the water tanker and I'm going to go down and fill up the post office with some water so some mail can be made. I'll top off the greenhouses first. Then I'll leave the water tanker down there. Got to make some of my money back in the post office. I mean, the whole post office job or productions cost me so far around $150,000. $50,000 for the land, 100,000 for the post office. So it's going to take me a while to get my money back on the post office. I was going to say, surprised it was that low on water. Manure-wise, it should be pretty good condition on the greenhouses. We filled them, well, not filled them up, but we got them pretty well full, I do believe, last time. And that greenhouse, the small one in front of us, that's really there to help us make root crop, as in carrots and parsnip, for the horses. Yeah, maybe I should move the horses this month. I definitely got to get them moved over to this open stable before they have their offspring. Or else they just really disappear. We don't get nothing. Oh, there's a little bit of a bridge going across here. Kind of. Don't need this much water for the post office, but since I'm going by here, I might as well just fill it on up. Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit more interesting if instead of bringing water to the post office, you had to bring paper. I can kind of understand being the modder for this production building. To make paper, that means you got to start cutting down trees, and a lot of people probably not going to want to do that. So to make it simple, just bring water. And the water and everything happens out back. And I'm going to leave the fent right there. Which if I do that and do that, it should automatically take water from the tanker, I think. So it'll constantly fill it up with water, which means we'll have a lot of mail to take care of the following morning. Oh yeah, the horses. Yeah, reproduction 90%. They're not going to have offspring overnight, but we might as well go ahead and get them moved over. I got to either do it this month or in June. So, might as well do it now while I'm thinking about it. I don't think I left my planter parked that far outside the shed. Maybe I did. Seems like it's parked out farther than I really would have left it. Alright, so I did reconfigure the XML file for this trailer. Because this trailer originally held 6 horses. I wanted to hold 8. Hello, Jarhead. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Appreciate you dropping on in for a bit. Yep, the horses have found the hole in the gate. So right now we just want the ones that are getting ready to have offspring, and those are the more expensive ones. So you... no, wait. Did I do that right? Move to trailer. Alright, took me... I was like, shouldn't say move to trailer, but no, you gotta click on it first. Yep, move to trailer. So I went pretty much 2 of each species of horse, or breed of horse. Yeah, we're just moving one at a time. There we go. 8 out of 16, they shall be worth 11,000. So I moved all the correct ones. Yes, we did. Farming's going pretty good on this farm. We're starting to really get the ball going. I know it's kind of hard to say when we're in year number 7. All right, and then move over. I wish they had like a move all button. So now we'll have space for them to have their offspring. And then when they do have their offspring, the newborns will get moved from this stable back into the rotting stable. The mothers will stay here, and a month afterwards they'll be worth 17,000 apiece. And we'll load them on up, and we'll bring them on down and sell them to... Is her name Katie? I think it's Katie. Don't really talk to the NPCs too much. Other than when the game first came out, I remembered their names, but at this point, other than David, Uncle Walter, and Katie... Wait, Noah. And there's another one, but I can't remember what their name would be. That's in the shed, so we'll leave that there. Check the sale page again. Looking for the 12-meter wide corn header that folds up, but if it shows up, it shows up. If it doesn't, that's fine. The heck was that noise? Yeah, this map has some weird sounds every once in a while. I think there's some sound boxes that are floating around that shouldn't be where they should be. Yeah, we're all good. Let's go ahead and just go to the month of June. The oats won't be ready until July. Oh, we don't want hail. So yeah, we are gaining a little bit of money now per month. Now I got the lettuce on direct selling. There's a Fendt 1000 for sale. I got the 942, so that's good enough for what we need to do. So nothing really going on there. Yeah, the oat field is not ready. So these horses here... Yep, they're at 99% reproduction. So next month they'll have offspring. Then we'll move those around, so that'll be next month. See, sawmills, got wood. Post office is full on mail. So we need to take care of that. Greenhouses are doing the greenhouse thing, and the cement production. Yeah, so the Fendt. Grab the fent. Also, we'll move this mail out of the way. Kind of a big spawn area, but then only a couple pallets spawn there for mail. Again, the mail's not worth a whole lot. We're just doing it for fun. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. Still got 5,000 liters of mail here. So right now I got 2 mailboxes up. You only need 1 for the mod. But we're going to be putting up a few mailboxes around once the houses get built, and we'll deliver the mail that way. Oh, still attached. There we go. Just drive through the hedges here. That's fine. Go get the flatbed, and we'll load up some products. So I need 1,000 liters a piece of the wood for the new house that we got started, and then cement bricks for the other house. And yeah, this is why the farm's going to be losing some money by doing this, because I'm making products, not selling them, because we're just building a house. And I'm not getting money for the houses, of course. We're just getting some houses around here to make it look like a suburb, if you will. So I'm going to have to be careful of how I bring the material up, because I think the houses will take everything if I were to drive through it. And I only really want to drop off what it needs. So we're just going to come down here and grab what we need. Not going to sell anything from these buildings. Just grab the material. And we'll probably sell next month. So yeah, just going to drag this over here like so. Let's go ahead and get that piece of wood in there. Yeah, so we just need one of these. Is there auto wash like in 23? Yeah, there is a modded auto wash for your vehicles if you like. Actually, there's a wash station I wanted to try here. Just financially haven't been able to afford it. I mean, I could afford it right now, but I'm saving the money for other stuff. Now let's go ahead and turn around. Yeah, I haven't tried the mod myself, but I guess it's a mod that if you just drive on through, it automatically cleans your vehicles, implements, so on and so forth. I almost should make a road going out to here, but not really sure I know how I want the development to look. Alright, so just want the cement bricks to go on in. Alright, and then get over to here. And now that has started on up. Before you know it, we'll have a couple of houses. But, yeah, the cement production is what's going to hold us up, I think, moving forward. So just double checking on what's going on our farm land here. We did get some hail. Looks like we got a little bit of hail damage in the sunflower field. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. But that's pretty good. Yeah, the oats will be ready next month. Production buildings, cement factories got plenty of stones. We got dry corn. Oh, dry corn might be... There's a good time for dry corn somewhere. I may have missed it again. Yeah, dry corn is looking pretty decent right now. Dry corn is going to be down here. June and July. We'll see what the price is next month. But yeah, we should be all set to go to bed. Let me just double check on the horses. Make sure... Yeah, they're going to be fine. Oh, they're out of hay. Alright, got to give them some hay. And the chickens should be fine on feed for a little bit. Alright, we got to get the horses some hay and the riding stable. Technically, they don't need it, but of course we're going to try to do our best to make sure they have everything that they need. We'll grab the hay bales that are still over here in the field. Two bales should be good. I used to bring 3 bales over, but those were standard size bales, and these are double size bales. And they're also getting low on the root crop, but I'm going to wait until we harvest our oats, and I got the grain trailer back up here before I put some root crop in here. Very snug fit to get in here. And we're out. And yet the manure is piling back up here. Alright, now we're going to go to bed. Yeah, having the lettuce on direct selling now feels pretty good because I want to make all the trips in winter to sell. And now every night that we sleep, we are actually gaining a little bit on cash rather than seeing this $20,000 disappear. Hopefully it's not raining first thing in the morning. Looking good so far. Oh, I forgot about the eggs. Yeah, I forgot. I need to be doing that every month. And I forgot. Just fling the eggs over there. They're fine. They're laid hard boiled, so that saves them from cracking too much. Okay, they should be good. Yes, and our horses should have had offspring, which they did. So all the little ones need to get moved over to the bigger stable. Our oats should be ready for harvest, which they are. I don't think the millet's going to be ready for another month. I don't know when the millet's going to be ready. That looks like it might be ready for next month. All right, so since the weather... Oh, there is rain in the forecast, so I probably should... I got until noon. All right, we're fine. Let's go ahead and we'll move the horses over, the young ones. Put them back in the other stable, and the mothers, like I said, they'll stay there. They got to stay there, I think, one more month, and they'll be worth $17,000. So that's going to be a good payday. Oops, I didn't know I detached from that, but that is something I probably would have done. Am I not in the trigger? There we go. So we need the young ones. Move the trailer. Yes. Whoops. Move the trailer. Another tornado. I think we've had a couple tornado horses around here. Ursula. Yep, move the trailer. Dalton, move the trailer. And Inca, move the trailer. I got a horse's butt sticking out of the back of the trailer. It would be kind of cool, at least with the horses, if you could ride the horses and just put them in the fenced area, and when you get off the horse, it would go to the new stable. All right, so Rocky. Seems like a lot of process just to move some horses around, but it's what you got to do if your stable's not big enough. All right, nothing in the trailer. So just to double check, we should have 8 horses in here, which we do, and we should have a full pasture over here. These horses, they're reproducing as well, so in a few months time I'll have to move these horses on over. And then we'll have a big lull of not selling horses for a while. Sunflowers are looking good. Alright, the fence is up by the houses that we're building, so we're going to just use the Deutz. Go down, grab the grain trailer. That's at the chicken pen, because that had sorghum in it, and hopefully it was auto-feeding the chickens until it ran out of grain, which I'm sure it has done by now. At least no morning fog down here today. Actually, it still has sorghum in it. Oh, yeah, it's not auto-feeding the chickens because I reloaded the game since the last time I activated it, so that's why it's not feeding the chickens, but chickens didn't run out of food, and we'll just empty it out anyways. Oh yeah, we also got to double check on the price of the dry corn. Price should be pretty decent today. Yeah, we'll just park this right here is fine. Instead of teleporting, I will run over to the combine because I got double the running speed on, so we can get over there rather quickly. Left my combine a little dirty over the winter. And actually, you know what? No sense of putting it on the hitch. We'll just pick up the header as is, because nothing's going to be in our way. Should be a quick harvest. Also, enable straw swath. First time I've done straw in a while. Really, for what little straw I'm probably going to get off the field, probably would have been just easier if I mulched it into the ground. I got plenty of straw still from the first year that I was here, where the horses had not gone through it hardly at all. Got a little bit of hail damage there. It's going to happen. Yeah, we still have not gotten a tornado in 7 years on this map. Oh, I can't remember, though, because I talked about it before. Millet. I'm not sure with millet if I'm going to get straw or not. I don't remember. Probably going to leave this straw on this field until I harvest the millet. Because if I do get straw from it, then that way I can do all the straw in one go. I don't want to get some straw left in the baler, because if I need to make some more hay bales, then I got straw and hay. And since the straw does not decay by sitting in a field, it can stay here, and I don't need to replant. I think most what we plant anyways is in the spring. I don't do much fall planting. And yet we can see the crop inside the combine today, so that's a good start. Not going to harvest going up the hill today, just because the combine does not like the steep hill. Honestly, not much of my equipment likes this steep hill. Not quite full, but we're kind of going past the Dwights in the trailer, so I think we'll unload. So the oats we're pretty much keeping for the horses. Although we got a good amount of sorghum and oats already in storage. While that's unloading, let me just double check on the corn price. Dry corn, that is. Dry corn, $7.07. I think that's what it was last month, but the price was going up and now it's going down. I'll probably sell it. It's not a bad price, and it'll be probably like 20 grand in total when I bring it on down there. Just letting the straw come out the back before I make a sharp turn. Yeah, overall, our precision farming scoring should be pretty good in all the fields except for the new field, which is on the other side of the corn. All of our fields should be in pretty darn good shape. Hello, David. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Appreciate you dropping on in for a little farming fun for today. I know it's best in real life not to keep turning on the harvester on and off, but in the game doesn't matter, and I get more power to go uphill. And I need the power. As you can see, we're just about finished harvesting this one field for this month. Hello, Blue Street Customs. Welcome. I think I'm going to unload, because I think if I unload now, I might get the rest of the field into the combine before it needs to be unloaded again. So I'm going to actually just drive the combine to the trailer. And hello, Denard. Thank you for popping on in today. Hope everyone's doing well on a tremendous Tuesday. Well, hopefully it's tremendous. Make sure we get the harvest done before the rain, which in game time we still got about a couple more hours before it gets here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be selling the horses in August or not. I think it won't be until September. Their value wasn't quite up to 17. It was like 15 and a half. I think it's going to take a couple of months to get to 17,000. don't think I'll get this in one pass here. It's just a little bit too wide for our header. Yeah, I'm thinking we got a good amount of feed for the horses and the chickens for a while. But I always feel better by planting at least one field of crop for them. Well, the oats aren't for the chickens. I can't give chickens oats. But that means that's less sorghum I got to give the horses and more sorghum I can keep for the chickens. But I'd rather have more feed around than not enough. And since the crop doesn't decay in silos or go bad by getting moldy or whatever, we can store it for many years. This should all fit into the trailer, no problem. Hello, Elsa. Welcome to Australia. A good Wednesday to you. All right, let's get these oats in the trailer, unload into the silo, fill up that with some dry corn, go deliver that. And then while we're in town, we'll see what the sawmill, cement production are up to, what the houses need for building. Again, we're going to leave the straw here because I can't remember with the millet if I get straw or not. Just park the combine right there. Yeah, the horses need some root crop, by the way, so I got to remember to, we'll top them off at some point today. Yeah, we got that combine. The first day that we were here, I checked the sale page, and that combine was like 60% off. Which is a lot better combine than I thought I was going to start with, because I had a plan of what combine I was going to use. But that combine was for sale. It's like, yes, please. All right, dry corn. This will allow me to also fill up the Deutz with some fuel while we're in town. Actually, I'll ride in cab. It's nice to be able to see the bridge when coming down here. Seems like, what? 4 out of 5 times it's covered in fog. Yes, it is an X9. X9, and we're running a 15 meter wide header with it. I think it's a 15. Or a 16. Somewhere in there. It's been a moment now. I don't remember what size header it is. Alright, so the only place we're really selling anything, farmer's market. Ooh, a little laggy down here. Should be about $20,000 worth of dry corn. Yep, about $20,500 worth. Alright, we'll go back up. We'll grab some root crop for the horses, throw that into their stable. The riding stable. The other stable, no, they don't need root crop. They got just enough feed to keep them, they should be healthy. 100% healthy. I should double check on that. Because if their health is not 100%, then I'm not going to get good value for them when it comes time to sell. But I think just by putting hay in there, they should be fine. Ah, nuts. I forgot to top off with diesel fuel. Well, luckily I'm not that low. And we're almost to the point of where I can actually start buying stuff for the farmyard and make it more of a farmyard than, well, coming up to this year, we just had the one shed, but now we got 2 sheds over here. Alright, so either carrots or parsnips, either one. Either one will be fine. Not rice. Manure, nope. Carrots. We'll take some carrots. 5,000 liters is more than enough. Yep, New Hope is like my kind of map, because it lets me be a little bit more creative and design the farm and put the fields like where I want. But just a reminder, I'm not playing on the updated version of New Hope because that does kind of require a new save. Ooh, is that all the room I got for carrots there? Ooh, okay. I'll leave that there. But yeah, I'm not playing on the version 2.1 or whatever it is. I'm on just a 2.0 version. Alright, so what do we need here? This needs cement bags, and this still needs cement bricks. So bags and bricks. Everything else can be sold. Again, we're building constructible houses, not for myself, but just to make like a community up here. I mean, I could just buy decorative houses and put them up here, but I thought we'd go the route of putting up the constructible houses. Yeah, also, while we're down here, because we have gone now a couple months, got to double check on the sawmill, because that might be getting low on the wood. Alright, so the roof tile, we'll grab the roof tile, slide it over. Slide it over. Also, while I'm down here, just to be sure, then we'll grab all the sawmill products. We'll sell that. Then we'll come back at the bags and the bricks. Can I make that corner? Not quite. And as you can see, after a couple months, we got a decent amount of wood products to sell. We will need these for building the houses, of course, but not this month, so we will go ahead and sell this. Should be a pretty good payday. So much so, I think I'll buy the corn/sunflower header. That way I know I got it for harvest season. And then with the extra money I got sitting around, we can probably find something to spend it on. Make sure nothing fell off and did not make the trigger, but everything got in there. That was about 47,000. So we're up to 172,000 in the bank account for just a little bit, because as I said, it's gonna be like 125,000 for the corn/sunflower header. Let's go into the store. That's a nice tractor, but we do got the 942, as I said, so we don't really need that. Corn, sunflower headers. The Quasar HS16. We are going to go with the John Deere green there. Some people may think this is kind of backwards, but I kind of like the combo color this way instead of the green here and yellow there. Just because it gives us more of the John Deere yellow. Because the combine is mostly the green, so I kind of like it this way more. And yes, we want to go ahead and buy this 125,000, leaving me 47,000 in the bank account. Now, I can't remember with the constructible houses. If it doesn't need something, does it still take it? Because as I auto-loaded this, the cement bags did not load in one group. We got the cement blocks in between. I think I will unload the cement bricks first. If it was wood products, I'd probably test it. But since the cement production is kind of slow-ish, I don't want to be wasting my my products here. And now the bags for this house. Yep, head back on down to the town. Sawmill. Actually, the sawmill's doing pretty good for wood. I can probably go another month. But we got loads of mail to deliver. Loads of mail, but not a whole bunch of cash-wise for it. But again, we're not doing the post office for the money. We're doing it just for the fun. I probably should have placed the post office a little bit more to the left as we're facing it, just so I can get more of a drive around. And yeah, there is a post office mail truck that you could use for this, the one that you would see on the road for AI traffic, but since there's no AI traffic on this map, you're not going to see it. But if you play the game or watch others play it, you've seen the mail truck as AI traffic. You can buy one of those and that will load up the mail to deliver. That's a lot of mail though. In real life, that's a lot of mail. Oh, gotta wait for more of this to spawn. If I get $5,000 for delivering this mail, that's pretty good. It's 28. Is it 28,000 liters of mail? Well, we got two mailboxes. I could deliver it right across the way, and I think I'm going to deliver it right to the farmer's market, because last time I delivered it to my mailbox, I don't think I would be getting that much mail, but then again, in real life, that is a lot of mail. So I just want to get the angle correct here so I can just drive on through. Well, yeah, $6,400 for that mail. I think I'm just going to park this over here. You know what? Let's go grab a tree. I can go another month, but next month might be a harvest month again, so don't want to get tied up too much. And also by doing this, I can go 2 months. It's either do it now or do it first thing in August. Yeah, so I get on these trees because I did try using the stump grinder. It works kind of weirdly, I think. But I think this upcoming winter we'll just probably get rid of the stumps with the chainsaw. And we'll start replanting some more oak trees. I think I got plenty of trees up here to get me through for a couple more years. almost through. Yeah, we'll have to cut it somewhat in half because this is too much weight for the winch. Alright, then I'll argue with the tree stump. It's going to bounce back probably. No, I see. If I say it, it doesn't do it. I guess I need to say it every time so it doesn't bounce back on me. Yeah, having that lettuce on direct selling, even though I'm not stockpiling and getting the better price for it, not having to make the 5 or 6 trips in February back and forth to the farm, because last winter it seemed like, I think it took me like an hour and a half to do all the winter deliveries, so that's going to, you know, cut into that. But also, when I go to bed at night, because we got that loan payment and production costs, instead of seeing negative 20,000 plus, we actually make money because of the lettuce. So hopefully I won't have the issue of not having enough money to hire a worker first thing in the morning. Now for the top half of the tree. And I think I'm all set with July, other than I got to just double check on the horses in the open stable. Make sure that what I'm feeding them gets, you know, is enough to get their health to 100%. That tree did not want to bounce back, which I'm happy about. I was ready to say, am I going to get through town without hitting a telephone pole? Nope, nicked one. Hit that one pretty good. And I think we got enough room for this to be taken. 44,000 out of 50,000 liters, so looking good. Actually, I think I'm going to just park this right here. As for the horses in this stable here, yeah, their health is 100%, and the only thing I'm feeding them is the base food. I wonder if they got enough, 1,000 liters. I better go give them some feed. I don't know if 1,000 liters for 8 horses is enough for a month. Well, the carrots are going to have to go in the silo, which is not the worst thing. And yes, I can put them into the silo because it's a multi-fruit silo. from Omatana. I think I took care of the eggs, Panther Killer. I'm not too sure now, because I am going through the months kind of quickly, but I'll double check. I'm pretty sure I took care of it because it's not coming up every 15 minutes of no more space for chicken eggs. Oats is what I want. And that's enough. I don't think that pen holds that much for food. There, they should be fine. And yeah, now I'm going to double check on the eggs, because now you got me wondering. But I thought I took care of them in this month. Oops, grabbed that by mistake. I did take care of it, but we'll move those over since we're down here. And yeah, we should be good to go. So all the horses are taken care of. The newborns are in here. Again, it's kind of weird that giants, for the horses, don't have the different tiers of growth. So we don't have the newborn sizes, the adolescents, and then the full grown like we do with the chickens, the sheep, goats, cows, and water buffalo. Kind of weird. Sale page, I will double check, but oh, they added a sugar. I thought it was a sugarcane harvester or trailer. That's a forage wagon, apparently. Post office should be fine. The greenhouses, they are getting a little bit low-ish on manure, and the stone production is fine as well. All right, yeah, let's go on to another month. Be great if those horses are at top value this month, but I don't think so. That sounded like hail. Sale page, well, another, that's a forage harvester. We don't need that. That's a MacDon header. That's the wider one. I think we're doing fine with what we have. Oh yeah, the horses, what is their value? 16,000. I sell them at 17, so that's going to be another 2 months, I think. Chickens are fine. Yes, we know the chickens are fine. Do I have anything to harvest this month? Yes, we do. We got the millet. All right, so combine. Let's jump into that. What's the forecast for the month? Forecast is looking good. And before I forget, let's jump back on down to the chickens. Notice there's no water for the horses in that pen. Yeah, if it doesn't require water, that means it's automatically plumbed in. So, yeah, they should not require water there. Should automatically be plumbed in, just like this one's automatically plumbed in. Yeah, you would think the smaller pen would require water, but this is... I think this pen I got here is the mod. That's why it probably requires no water. If it was going to be... let's see, horses... If it was this pen here, so yeah, the in-game pen, which looks exactly the same, if you look at the bottom, it shows it requires water. I'm using this one right here where it says horse pasture, auto water. So yeah, I don't need water there. That's not the base game pen. Yeah, so the question I have here for the millet is I can't remember if I'm going to get straw or not. Again, we're just harvesting millet just because something to grow, something to sell, and it's a modded crop, so we don't, not many people get to see it. And I don't think I'm going to get straw with this, because it's leaving the stalk behind. So it's kind of like sorghum, which makes sense now that I'm harvesting it, because it looks like sorghum. So the only straw we're going to get is the one that we got for the oats. So I'll probably bale that up after I harvest this field. And that straw I'll probably sell. So I still got stacks of straw that the horses just aren't really going through. Trying to see how it's yielding. I am in a part of the field where it's only 86%, so not the best soil over here. It actually looks like sorghum as I'm harvesting it. So now that I got my corn / sunflower header, I'm trying to think what else I would need for the farm as for implements or equipment. And I think we are kind of caught up on that. So I could do a couple of things. I could look at some sheds and put maybe a shed down, or I could start putting money towards the loan and just get rid of that. But I think sheds is the option I'm going to go with, because the farmyard is looking very open, which is nice. But I would like to get a little bit more organized over there. Another shed would do that. Well, made one headland. I'm not even half full, so should be able to easily go around a second time. Well, at least by not getting straw, I should be getting a slight bonus from the mulching. Yeah, 57,000. I should be able to afford. I think the shed I put down last time that was only $25,000. And that shed's a pretty good price for what you get. Wonder how much Millet sells for, because I do not recall. I know Poppy was earning us quite a bit. But we didn't plant no Poppy this year. We're taking a break for at least a year from Poppy. Into the Deutz. Of course, when I go to sell those 8 horses, that's going to bring in, like, what, $140,000? So maybe when I sell the horses, I'll put some money towards that loan. 'Cause I still got a long ways to go on that loan. Let's see what we got here. So out of the original $3 million, I still owe about $2.25 million. We've been just letting the loan slowly pay off itself at midnight. I haven't put any extra towards the loan at all. Now, I'm not sure if I want to buy more land for putting down fields. 'Cause I feel like we got a lot of field work as it is now. So unless I can buy in the future like a second combine, I'm not sure if I want to have more fields. And you may be thinking, well, you're harvesting the fields pretty quick now. Well, we're doing the 2 smallest fields that we have. The oat field and this field are the 2 smallest, and the other ones are rather large. Especially the sunflower field through there. That's going to take me, I think, takes like 45 minutes to harvest that field. Yep, should get the rest of the field into the combine, no problem. Did I get the new mods that came out? Well, there's almost new mods that come out every other day, and I don't... I definitely don't use every mod that comes out. So I would say no, because I haven't downloaded any new mods in a while. I feel like I got 2 mods going already. I need to take some time, go back into my mods folder and delete some of the mods that I have used and don't plan on using again. Not because they were bad mods, I just like to, every time I start a new farm, I like to try to use different things and not repeat things, just to kind of keep it interesting. I mean, there's a lot of interesting mods out there I've never used. It's that they don't fit my play style, or they don't fit the current map that I'm on. And I usually tend to stay on maps for a while. Actually, does now that I just said that, it does have me thinking, how many hours do I got in this map currently? Let's see, stats. How many hours do I got here? Only 62. Alright, millet is going to go into the silo because I have no other use for it. And then we'll sell the millet. Let's see, millet. Oh, it's not gonna show up here because it's in a trailer right now. Well, when I put it into the silo, it'll show up. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, because the other millet field should be ready. We're gonna get a worker to harvest the other field. What do I think about FS27 having the covered tractor 9RX? I don't know if Giants have announced anything about an FS27. Wait a minute. I don't think I can get through here with a header on like this. Not through the road, but I can get through here. And I can sneak through there. Yeah, I'm not going to really start talking about FS. We assume it's going to be FS28. It seems like Giants is now on a 3-year stretch between different versions of the game. Yeah, but I'm not going to start talking about FS28 and what they should add or anything like that for a little while. I mean, FS25 hasn't even been out a year yet. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a course. Number of headlands 2. Oh, so it is a 16-meter wide header that we got. Okay. Overlap 5. That should be good. Generate course. And just get them going a little bit, make sure they're on the course, and then let the worker take over, and it should take them 27 minutes to harvest that field. I'm going to go unload this millet into the silo and get this over there. I was going to start baling, but... yeah, the Fent is down in town. We'll need the Deutz, I guess, for transporting the grain. I'm not going to use the big Roy to transport that around, although it could do it. The big Roy is meant for just planting. What is your favorite brand in game? Whatever one I'm driving. I don't have a favorite brand. Now, if you ask me what's my favorite tractor, I'm going to say the New Holland T8, only because that brings me back to my FS13 and FS15 days. And that the New Holland T8 was about the only really big tractor that I ever used until the T9 came in FS15. I started using that a little bit. So I know New Holland, I guess in a way for nostalgia for me, but I don't really have a favorite brand. If I park that there, that's going to be in the way when it comes back around. Let's throw that right there. So while I wait for the combine to fill up, ooh, look at all the hail damage I got in my sunflower field. I mean, it's a big field, so that goes to say on its own. We did take care of the chickens. Let's see what the houses require. Yeah, some more cement bricks. And this needs cement bags, right? Alright, so bricks and bags is what we need. Everything else can be sold. And yep, we'll do this. Not that we need the stone, but until we get it topped off. I do have one roofing tile here. So right now I'm just grabbing stuff for selling. And then we'll grab the bags and bricks to bring them up to the houses. Oh yeah, I also should probably put down another corn dryer. Because we're going to need it. Well, maybe not put it down, but, I mean, I got to find a space for it. Some good income. Quick $24,000 there, which is nice. All right, get this delivered up to the houses. Just like that, back up to $82,000 in the bank account. Combine needs to be unloaded, so we'll get over there as soon as I drop this stuff off. The bags are in front, so if I'm careful, I can unload the bags into the first house, and the bricks I can get into the second house. Hello, John. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Sounds like maybe you were, but out with your son having some Chinese takeout. No need to apologize for being late. Spending time with your son is going to be more important than watch me do some virtual farming. All right, leave the Fent here for a moment. Deutz, where is the Combine? Oh, the Combine didn't make it all the way around this field. So this field here that we're harvesting is the first time we have harvested this one. This is a new field that we plowed in this past winter. Oh, the Combine is glitched again, because it does not show the crop inside the Combine. It's in there, though. You just can't see it. So again, I would like to be able to see, when we're in the Combine unloading into a trailer, we can see how much is in the trailer. I would like to, if you're in driving a tractor with a trailer, we can see what's left inside the Combine. All right, we're going to park this right here. Let's jump back into the Fent. I want to bring the Fent back to the farm. And we're going to put the baler on there and start baling up that straw. Bale up the straw, then we'll maybe look at the farmyard and put down another shed so I can start, you know, maybe piling some implements in from the shed that's over here, the original shed, and bring it over to the farmyard. I'm not going to get rid of the shed that's over here. That's going to remain a store point for hay, straw bales, and the mowing equipment, because the meadow grass is right there. I'm going to park this right here. I think the baler is actually completely empty, because if I did meadow grass, I probably spit out all the grass that was in it. So yeah, another shed so I can move over like the slime spreader. Probably the plow. Actually, there is hay left in here that might get converted over to straw then. Well, not much I can do about it now. I thought about it for a second. I just remembered. I think I did activate the straw pellets DLC that came out last week. But to me, this is not enough straw to get involved in with the pellets. I would not get my money back on leasing that baler and selling those pellets. So this straw here we're just going to sell at some point. I mean, you would think probably middle of winter would be the best time to sell it. But if I need to work in the field before that, then if I got to pick them up once, I'm just going to go sell it. Because it is straw after all. It's not worth that much. And waiting for December for the best time, I mean, you can, but not worth it at that point, to me anyways. Not for where we sit currently on this farm. Just trying to get a couple extra $100 for straw. So as for next year, when I'm going to start planting, well, I'll have a thought about it after we get through more of the harvest season. When we get closer to October. I expect at any moment for a notification that the combine needs to be unloaded. It's almost due to say so. I do love having the mod for the wider pickup on balers. And the one thing I like about the mod, it's not too extreme where it's picking up multiple rows of straw, but it just makes it wide enough to make sure that you get every little bit, because if you're like me with the base game stuff and you're trying to pick up straw and you leave these little bits behind, it bugs me. So just having a wider pickup is nice. Getting more bales than I thought it would, honestly. But oats, at least back in FS19, the last time I kind of tested it, oats usually give more straw than wheat or barley did. Yeah, there's our combine needing to be unloaded. I'm going to finish up this job first, though. Should be a small sliver of straw here somewhere. Oh, there it is. You can barely see it, but you can see in the bottom right hand corner I'm picking up straw. Alright, turn that off. Unload the bales. Even the half created one we're going to unload. Alright, into the Deutz. Combine is over here. Oh, I see, you're harvesting that way. I was like, boy, that's a weird spot for the combine to be in. I thought I was going to harvest the other direction, but it's harvesting this way, up and down the hill. imaginary grain. Yeah, I wanted to see how much. So it's not going to count the millet that we have in the combine and trailer, but it will count what I got into the silo. So it sells for $5.24 max. So it's not going to be a huge profitable crop when it comes time to selling. But it'll be something. Alright, just put this over to the side. Alright, to the big Roy, I guess. That'd be the best place to go. And, yeah, we're going to put down another shed around here. Also, I want to put down another corn dryer. Now, I would like the corn dryer to be in range of the silo because the corn dryer will automatically pull the corn from the silo to put in the dry corn. So I would like to have another one. So probably the best thing to do is just put it, like, right next to it. It's... Wait, this is not under productions, I don't think. I think it's going to be under silos. Is it under silos? Yes, right there. Slide that over. Actually, let's spin it around the same way. And yep, we're going to pop it right there. Do we want to go crazy? Sure, why not? Let's pop down a third one. Let's face it, the one that we have, the original one that we have, I was only doing corn in like these two fields here. Very small-ish type fields. And the one corn dryer barely went through the corn that we had to get it all taken care of. And this year we got this field as corn. So much bigger. So by having three of them, since they only cost a little bit, might as well go ahead and put it on down. Alright, so that's that taken care of. So, sheds. Again, I've been on the Mod Hub quite a bit, and sheds for me are kind of hit and miss. Either I just really love them, or I just don't really, I don't want to say don't care for them, but they don't really do it for me. So it's kind of hard to find sheds that I really like to have down. The ones I really did like, but unfortunately we don't have them for 25, is Alien Jim's sheds, the constructible ones. What type of shed do I want to go for? I mean, I do like this shed here. It's the first time I use that one. That one looks pretty good. But all these other sheds are just really expensive. I mean, as sheds probably are. But I'm looking for a deal. I think I'll probably put down another one of these sheds right here. Where do I want to put it? I'm trying to make the farmyard look more like a farmyard now. So that's why I'm trying to make it look a little bit more clustered, if you will. Maybe I'll just put it beside the other one. Because since they're the same shed, probably be best if I did that. Trying to make sure that they're kind of lined up. Good enough. Whoop, nope, went too far. That's the one I'm looking for. And I think what we'll do, I'm going to go into trees. And maybe just pop a tree there. I accidentally popped another one down, but you know what? That'll work. That was a misclick. And then maybe we'll put a big tree like right there. Hopefully it's not going on through the sheds. It might be. And then we'll just pop one right there because Alright, so we got some more corn dryers down. And some more trees around here, which is not bad. And ooh, good. The one I misclicked that did not go through the shed. We got a little branch sticking through there, but that's... who's going to be looking up? And there as well. So that's not too bad. I wonder if I should put down... well, we don't do much work at night, do we? I mean, a little bit. I wonder if I should start putting some lights around here. Well, at least it's making the farmyard look a little bit more cluttered some ways. Let's bring the baler back. Like I said, the baler, the mowing and stuff needs to stay over in that shed. But I'll bring the bridle spreader over and we'll park it in the newest shed. So after this millet field gets harvested, we're down to the corn and sunflower field. That will be in October. No, wait. Yes, it'll be in October. I've been doing it in November because previously I was leasing the planter, which meant I was planting the sunflower in the later month, which means I could only harvest the sunflower in November. But this year, I was able to plant the sunflower in the early month. So it'll be ready at the same time as corn is. And yes, I do see the combine needs to be unloaded, so I want to get this over by the pressure washer. We'll rinse off the bridle spreader and the fent, and we'll put these away. Yeah, by the time we get to harvest season, I'm hoping these horses will be ready to be sold. Alright, into the Deutz combines right there. Yeah, really the Fent should be on the grain hauling, and the Deutz should be doing all the toting around of the implements on the farmyard, but this is the way I got it set up for now. So it looks like for the millet, I'll probably have 2 trips in winter to sell. Obviously, I'm going to have a full grain trailer here. Had about a half a full one before. And we got what's left here. So maybe almost 2 full trips and a little bit of a third. Going to have a lot of sunflower to transport. I mean, I guess that's one thing I could have on the farm. It's a semi with a bigger trailer. But as we saw, the semi-trailers don't hold that much more grain than what this trailer holds here. I mean, yeah, we'll hold a little bit more, but I don't feel like it's worth spending that much money on a semi and another trailer just to haul another 15,000 liters. I mean, maybe further on down the road when the money is coming in faster and faster. Maybe. Yeah, the Deutz does not like hauling this 46,000 liters of millet. That sunflower field looks kind of special. Too bad it doesn't render in the entire sunflowers. It's funny, we can see when poppy was blooming, we got to see all the poppy flowering, but we don't get to see all the sunflowers. Kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I also need to build my house, which is going to cost $95,000. I'm not putting down a constructible house, I'm just putting down a prefab house. Came out in the mod hub about a month ago at this point. I think it's the same house I used in FS22 on Western Australia with the swimming pool. I think I'll take over in the harvester. Not much more to do. But I think I'm pretty much out of jobs for the month. So we shall take over. It's not going to fix my problem of not being able to see the crop in the harvester, but I've been down this road many times with its glitch. And I'm not going to be too picky with the millet. I know the course play worker may have missed some. I'm not going to be too picky about gathering it all because it's not worth that much. And as you can see, I'm at 70, that wasn't even 100 liters worth. So to get all the missed pieces, I might get an additional 1,000 liters, which is like $300 or $500 at the best time. I mean, 500 is 500, but if this was year one, I would probably be going around gathering it. But this is year 7. I might as well unload while we're up here. I might be able to fit the rest of the crop into the combine, but just love that stat that we can see in the combine unloading into the trailer the other way around as well. So if I bring up the mini map, we can kind of see, again, this is the first yield we've ever done in this field. It's brand new. But we can see the yield in this field, and yeah, the soil type was not very kind to us over here. It looks good on one side of the field, almost. But this side over here is not looking the greatest. And And that should be confirmed by the soil type. If we go to precision farming, we should be able to see where it should be in different soil. Yeah, that's silty clay. Well, not much you can do about it. It's here. So the only thing that kind of sucks about running precision farming on a map like this, to where there are no fields and you got to create them, because you can't see, like on another map that the field's already there. You can get, they give you a rough idea of what the expected yield is going to be and what kind of soil is there. But since there are no fields on this map, you just buy land, plow it, and go, oh, that's the kind of soil we got? All right. And the last pass for the millet. So this grain header we are done with for the season. I'm going to bring that over for in just a moment, but we'll bring back the grain first. And we'll wash up a lot of this equipment and start putting it away in the sheds that we have. Yeah, I'm starting to think with the money we got coming in now, I'm going to start putting it towards the loan. Other than, though, I still, like I said, I haven't put down the wash station that I wanted to give a try. I still haven't tried it out at all. It just looked interesting on the Mod Hub months ago when I saw it. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work. I should try it on a test map. I think I've said that before, and I just haven't had a chance to do it. I shouldn't say I haven't had a chance. I keep forgetting. So I should try to see if it's even worth it, because it is like 70,000 for the wash station. But nothing will compare to. I still have never found a wash station that I like I did back in FS15. That mod was an excellent mod. Excellent mod. Loved it. Yeah, Bredal spreader needed a quick rinse. Apparently I left the Fent running as well. But just by putting down another shed and putting in trees around the shed, does make it look quite different around here already. Just by doing that. So I want to move the sprayer as well. This shed is going to be for the tractors. And we'll put the implements in the other one. I mean, another tractor would not be bad on the farm, but it's one of those things, is it worth spending that much money on a tractor when you're not going to use it that much? So you have the big Roy, that's just for planting. And yeah, we're not really done with the trailer for the year, of course. This will make some people happy that I'm washing my equipment. Nope, dude, get off the pressure washer. And that door in the back of this shed does nothing. So, might as well block it. Since I can't use the door, we'll just block it. Now, I am going to want another drive-through shed area. That one over there. Whoops, got myself turning around here. That's the back of the fence. This one over here is going to be, of course, for, as you can see, the air cart and seed drill, the planter. Maybe not the animal trailer, but the combine. I'm going to need a drive-through. Oh, it's not here, but the header on the combine, and also the flatbed, which is sometimes up here. All right, actually, let's go ahead and unfold the header. I didn't check though, because this is the first time. 83. Oh, because, yeah, we didn't have no weeds in the field because the first time we had the field, so I plowed it. So plowing means no weeds. All the other fields should be up in the 90s pretty much. Ooh, 100%. Yep, so this is looking good. We'll have weeds next year though, which is a bad thing to get weeds, but in the game, I need weeds to do the weed, see and spot spraying to get the score up to 100%. So yeah, it's bad to get weeds, but I need weeds. And yeah, doing the old trick of going into a field with a sprayer and turning it on does not bring up the score for weeds. If you have no weeds in the field, they used to work in 22. So for now, this header is just going to be dropped right there. Just whip the combine around a little bit. Might as well clean everything. And there's that. Yeah, so not until October. Ooh, you know what? Let's go down to the store because I already forgot. I bought the corn and sunflower header, so might as well go down and pick it up. That way it's up here. We'll top the combine off with some fuel. All right, FS Farmer, enjoy the rest of your evening. And appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. So yeah, this will be the last time I really need to go on down here, which now does remind me I need a fuel tank up at the farm. Because, I mean, I'm pretty forgetful about fueling up my equipment when I'm down in town. Like, oh, I'll fuel up, I go downtown. I get involved with the sawmill, cement production, all that kind of stuff. And then I drive back halfway to the farm and go, oh, I forgot to top off with fuel. So getting a fuel tanker up at the farmyard would be good. I did like the one I had on Dark Forest. That was an interesting little fuel depot, and we got plenty of space at the farmyard, so I could probably put that down. I don't remember how much it was. Hello, Pedro. I assume you're from Brazil. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. All right, so first thing first, let me pop in and top this off with some diesel. While that's filling up, because it's going to take a second, do I have container? Do I have that fuel station activated? No, not there. Is under tools maybe? Oh, I do. Oh, it's only 30,000? Yeah, we'll put that up at the farm. Yeah, there's the car wash. Fast washer, automatic washing system. Wash vehicles and appliances automatically and quickly. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that out on a test map to see if I even want that, because that's gonna be a lot of money to put it down and realize, like, you know, it's hard to tell, but I don't think I'm gonna get a combine through there. And yeah, the spawn point for this kind of stuff is a little ridiculous. So I can't get the combine behind it. Oh, nope, not quite there. And now the auger is hitting the wall. Yeah, so I chose the main color to be the yellow over the green, just because I think it's going to look better. Let's unfold it and see what it does look like unfolded. I mean, it's a corn sunflower header. We've all seen it, but not... I haven't leased it in this color formation. I've had the John Deere green and then black. I like it, and that's all that matters. Alright, so I'll probably come up here, and yeah, I'll probably put down a fuel station. Because again, the combine does not need to go to town anymore. Up and over. Yeah, the straw bales, we'll pick them up at some point. Again, I don't plan on working in any of these fields until next spring. Where do I want to put the fuel? I mean, I suppose right in between these sheds here would not be a bad spot. Can I sneak in here? Of course we can. Alright, so that was under construction. That was under tools. It's right there. And yes, not that big of a fuel area. Not as big as I thought. I thought it was like 2 pumps. Just one. I think right here will be just fine. Actually, I'm going to bring up just a little bit more, because you can go on both sides of the pump, I believe. So we will. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good-ish. That's all we need to do. All right, so now we can get fuel up here. Actually, where's the Deutz? Just to make sure it works on the map. I mean, it should. And again, I should be able to fuel up on both sides. Let me see. Oh, okay. Wow, that feels... I was going to try both sides, but I forgot it fills rapidly fast. Well, now we got full of fuel. And it's one of those fuel pumps that you pay for it as you use it. It's not one of those you got to buy the fuel, and then when you come to it, you use what you have in stock. It acts like a regular gas station, if you will. And it does have lights on the outside. So yeah, we did add to the farmyard today. We put down a second shed over here. Got a couple of trees in. Got some implements brought over. Our tractors are put away nicely. Got ourselves a fuel pump. We got ourselves some more corn dryers because they're cheap, and we're going to have a lot of corn this upcoming year. I'm hoping they're all in range of the silo. If not, then not that big of a deal. Meaning I can put the corn in there, and these will draw the corn from the silo, dry it, and then I'll just have to empty it on out. We did harvest some millet today. Oh yeah, also the big thing, these horses over here had their offspring. So these horses right here are going to be sold, I think, in October when they reach 17,000. And yep, the newborns are now over in this pen or slash stable. And the other 8 horses, they're not far off from having offspring either. So the horse is going to be bringing us in some money in the near future. Again, I am using a mod that increases the value of the horses from the base game. So instead of getting a max 5,000, I'm selling them when they get to 17. Because once you get up to 17, the value every month does not increase that much. I mean, the value still goes up, but very slowly. So I'm selling them at 17. Anyways, so where we currently stand, we got that field way out in front of us. That's a sunflower field, and that's going to be in October. And of course, we got the cornfield right here as well. That's going to be ready in October. So, yeah, look forward to that. Let me just double check on something here. If I were to go to here. Yeah, so currently not happening. All right. Well, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. I got to do some extra stuff. I also got to go ahead and get Shamburgo. Almost forgot the name of the map. Shamburgo. I have not recorded tomorrow's episode yet. I need to get to that, and I need to get to something else I need to do. I'm going to be talking to a dev here in just a few moments. So when I say a few moments, like another hour and a half from now, but I want to make sure I'm ready for that. But I think we did pretty well here today on the farm. As for what I'll be back here on New Hope, not sure exactly when I'll be doing another Farm Simulator stream. Maybe not this week. I'm thinking on maybe Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm going to be streaming another new game that's going to be storyline driven. Game just came out, I think, on the 8th of August, I think. I plan on doing that, but I'm not quite 100% sure. So I want to do a little bit more look into it before I announce what the game is. But if you liked Eric's Home, which I streamed a couple of weeks ago, actually that may be about a month ago now, that was storyline driven. I think I'll be doing a game starting on Thursday, which is storyline driven. And we'll see how far that goes and where it takes us. So as for when I'll be back here in New Hope, probably at least next Tuesday. So if you're here for just for the farming fun, probably next Tuesday is when I'll get back on New Hope. At least that's my current plan. But anyways, I'm going to jump out of here. Appreciate everyone joining me for a little bit of farming here on Tuesday. And like I said, no stream tomorrow, though. I almost forgot. No stream tomorrow. I'm out of town. But you should have an episode of Shamburger, which I'm going to be recording here in a few hours from now. So hopefully you'll have that. And I'll be streaming on Thursday. Hopefully that storyline base game that just came out a few weeks ago that seems to be getting pretty good reviews on Steam as well. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here. Hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of Tuesday. Have a good Wednesday, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. But until then, have a good one.